Coffee's hot, the music's hotter, and we're still tired. But that's okay. You push through it. You know why? Because you can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track. Today we've got Dreamscape by Nameless. And it's also featuring Egg Sandwich. I like that name. Nice. The description of the track says, well, guys, here it is. This is the one I've been talking about for months. I wrote this about a month after my dad passed away and had trouble finding the right vocalist. Well, Theeggo, Egg Sandwich, did perfectly. This has been my favorite collab so far. Enjoy. So without further ado, let's head to the lab.
Let the music unlock your heart. It's time to collaborate. You're part of the family.
It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track. Dreamscape over here on the lab by Nameless, who is at OfficialNameless, OfficialNameless out of Raleigh, North Carolina, repping 281 followers, and featuring Egg Sandwich, who's at TheEggo, Theeggo. Dreamscape, repping 68 plays and 26 likes, including one of our own. Released on September 23rd. Let's take a listen. Very uplifting vibes already, right from the get-go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Like that. Lyrics. What a great drop. Good reprieve. And they're going to ease us right back into it. I like the 2-bar ease in. I like it.
I feel your touch and hear your voice. You make me smile and fill me with joy. We dance in the stars, sing in the moonlight. We're free to be ourselves and shine so bright. But when I wake up, you're not there, and I realize that it's not fair. How can I live without you here? How can I face my biggest fear?
Wow.
This is our dreamscape where we can escape from all the troubles and all the pain. This is our dreamscape where we can create our own reality and our own fate. This is our dreamscape where we can escape from all the troubles and all the pain. This is our dreamscape where we can create our own reality and our own fate. But I know that you're still with me in my heart and in my memory. Every night I see you again. In our dreamscape will never end.
This is just such a cool song. I vibe with it so hard. It is your verse, chorus, ending. It has a super catchy hook. It is from the heart. And there's so much great stuff to say. Let's jump into 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this track is the uplifting feel of it, whether that's the synths that they use or the tambourine that we're hiding throughout the song. Tambourine is totally associated with choruses and pop music, and it is an uplifting instrument, right? It gives me church vibes. And when you can add that kind of feeling, that church vibe to the uplifting synth to create this entire, hey, this is how I'm feeling. There's sadness, but there's also hope. I really enjoy that. Let's jump back into the second verse here. Hear that tambourine in the background with the really uplifting do 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 do. Yeah.
I feel your touch and hear your voice. You make.
And then we bring in the drums to kind of keep moving the track along. And the track continues to evolve throughout, whether it's the lyrics, whether it's the vocal going for it in the choruses, or whether it's the instrumental itself, adding and subtracting to subvert our expectations. If we come to the end of the first chorus and then into that reprieve,
We can create our own reality and our own fate.
they give us an extra long reprieve here, something that you don't necessarily expect. And then that's the first thing I love. So the track is doing phenomenal things. It's got that uplifting vibe with not only the synths, but the tambourine specifically is giving me the go ahead. The second thing I love here are the lyrics as they're sung. When we get into When I Wake Up, You're Not There, and I Realize It's Not Fair, which I believe is over here. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but let's try it.
Realize that it's not shine so
There we go.
bright. But when I wake up, you're not
And we're going to keep building on it.
I realize that it's not fair. How can I live without you here? How can I face my biggest fear?
The instrumental's doing a great job of building us up to the drop, but the vocal itself is bringing a ton of tension. There's a group called Tattoo that was really big in the early 2000s. Ryan Tedder even did some writing for them, but they had the same approach to their music. They would do that build up with that vocal intensity, and the way that they did that is what I'm reminded of here. So if you've ever heard the song real famous on dance radio, Not Gonna Get Us, or All the Things She Said, those are Tattoo songs, and those are immediately brought to mind with the intensity of this vocal as it rises up to the chorus and then drops us in with an excellent performance in the chorus.
Dreamscape where we can escape from all the troubles and all the pain. This is our dreamscape where we can create our own reality and our own fate.
I could listen to that all day. It's got a great tone. It has this hyper pop feeling in the vocal, but it also sits with like an early 2000s pop with a band like Tattoo, or maybe even some Ali and AJ. But when you bring those female vocals together with the triumphant synth and the execution of the drop, you have money. And I very much enjoy that. If there's one thing I want more of, I think it's going to be here in the second verse.
I feel your touch and hear your voice. You make me smile and fill me with joy. We dance.
Yeah, it's in the second verse. I want some vocal chops of this vocal. Not chops, but stutters, rather. So if we play this.
I feel your touch and hear your voice. You make me smile and fill me with joy. We dance in the stars, singing the moonlight. We're feeling yourself to shine so bright. But when I wake
Right.
up,
So maybe not those notes, because those were not in tune, but voice. Something to elevate that second verse apart from the first verse, which we get here.
I close my eyes and drift away into a world where I can stay. I feel your touch and hear your voice. You make me smile and fill me with joy.
The first and second verse are almost interchangeable, which is great because dance music does tend to have a repeating melodic pattern for verses. That's something that's been drilled into my head. You know who you are. However, I think in this second verse, we can elevate it without changing it by using those vocal stutters.
We dance in the stars, singing the moonlight. We're free to be ourselves and shine so bright. But when I wake up,
just something real simple in the background, ping-ponging or panning or on the left or on the right, just something that's out of the way of the main vocal. That's what I think I want from this track, because the track itself is already so cool, and that would just elevate it to the next level and give us another layer of intensity in the second verse. You could also follow that up with some ad-libs in that second chorus, which would give us some real cool effects as well and create that building intensity. So that's the one thing I want more of. Overall, Dreamscape is a phenomenal song with a ton of heart behind it, a really great arrangement, a really great execution, needs way more than 69 plays. Go play it. In fact, head on over to the lab and follow OfficialNameless and Theeggo. And, while you're over there, follow DJTatious on YouTube, BandLab, and wherever you choose to consume your social media. We'll be there. In the meantime, thanks for drinking coffee with me, and I cannot wait to wake up, wind up, and queue up with you tomorrow. See ya.